gentlemen. Welcome back to the news desk. Today we've got a special edition. As you can see, we've got a guest here in the studio. You want to introduce yourself? No, he doesn't want to, apparently. This is my son, Philip. Today we're going to be talking about toys coming out this Christmas for little boys. Next week, we'll probably have my daughter on, talk about toys for little girls. Now, if you are someone who regularly watches this show, you probably heard about all these toys and you probably know all about them. But if you're a parent or an aunt, an uncle, grandparent, and you've got a boy in the family somewhere you got to get a gift for, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what do they like? You know, you open the toy catalog, there's 9,000 pages. Here are some pretty good things that you can get that pretty much all kids are going to enjoy in some form or another. They may really like Ninjago, they may really want some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but this is going to be more basic type stuff that you can pretty much go out there and just kind of safely get, and they probably don't already have, or it's the type of stuff they can have multiples of. So, you ready to get started? All right, let's get started. One of the first things coming out this Christmas season is Bay Wheels. Now, if you've ever heard of Beyblade, what's Beyblade?
It's where there's like a top, and you can spin them and they battle.
Right. Now, Bay Wheels are different. This is the new version this year are the Bay Wheels. What makes the Bay Wheels different from the Beyblades?
It looks like a Beyblade on both sides.
Right. It stands up like this, and they crash into each other this way, as opposed to the Beyblades that were like this and would crash into each other that way. It's kind of a, small design difference, but the gameplay is incredibly different when you actually get the arenas and put them together and have them battle each other. And they're brand new this year, so if you go out and, again, you've got some random kid in the family to buy for, you buy him the starter pack, you're all good to go. He's got enough to play with. You have a pen on your nose, kind of makes it look like you got a little extra ridge or something along the line of your nose there. Yeah. Someone was drawing pictures this morning. All right. Let's go on to the next toy. We're going to talk about the trash pack. Now, the trash pack, we got some right here. Trash pack come in these little garbage cans. And inside are these little collectible kind of rubberized figures. This one is... They're all kind of a gross... almost like a Garbage Pail Kid. If you remember the Garbage Pail Kids. Trash pack kind of similar. This is...
And they're gross.
This is a carton of fries that's all kind of gross and moldy and whatever. This one is a slug. Little pink slug covered with some slime and stuff. Now, the green cans that you see here, these are Series 1. And these are the ones that have been out the longest. There are orange cans for Series 2, but brand new this Christmas are these Series 3 in these blue cans. Now, the key is all of these are what they call blind bagged. So if you go out and you buy a 2-pack of these, you don't know which ones you're getting in the package, and that's part of the fun of collecting it. It's like baseball cards. You buy a pack of baseball cards, you get 10 cards, or Pokemon cards. When you get a pack of Pokemon cards, you don't know what's in them. And that's the same thing with these. So if you buy these, you really can't go wrong, because if it's ones they already have, that's the point. And you're supposed to go out and trade them and share them and whatever. And you like the trash pack, don't you?
I guess.
Well, you're the one who told me to put them on the list.
It's just because I thought of them.
I see. Well, Libby likes them a lot, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for some of the smaller kids, 5 to 10 years old, these are really great because you do like booger and fart jokes, don't you?
No. You can even flick them and knock them down like bowling.
Like bowling. Now, trash pack, if you don't want to get ones that are like slimy and gross and have booger jokes and poo jokes and, whatever, there are toys that have been out for a while called Gogo's Crazy Bones that are kind of similar. Now, Philip really loves the Gogo's Crazy Bones. He's got a couple here he wants to show off. You can just hold up to the camera there. Ooh. There you go. Now, these are a harder plastic than the rubber of the trash pack. These you can find at Walgreens. You can find them at Target. I've seen them at Walmart, Toys R Us. And basically, again, they're blind bagged, so you're not really sure what you're getting. You collect them. They can come with stickers. You can get a sticker book. There are several different. Okay, you don't have to get them that close, but there are several different like series. There's some that come in gold bags, some that come in white bags. What we have back here on the screen is the new white diamond collector's tin. So if you can find that, then that's great. That's going to have 10 of the little guys in it, and also it's a handy carrying case. So Gogo's Crazy Bones are a good kind of alternative if you've got, the parent doesn't really want them to have, slimy snail type of toy. You can get these things, which have more of that kind of urban vinyl pop type of design to them.
And these you can also flick, like bowling.
Yeah, you can flick them. You can play games where you knock them up and then you flick ones and crash into them and try to knock them all down and all of that kind of fun.
You can even try to flick them into a cup.
Into a cup. All right, now what's this next one, buddy?
Furby!
Now, you wanted Furby on this list. What do you think is so neat about Furby?
That you can make him eat and you can make him burp. Even fart.
Now, the original Furbies, if you guys remember from, about a decade ago, had slight voice recognition to them. You could talk to them. They would talk back. On this Furby, why are you hiding? Just so you can cough. In this version of Furby, you can actually take your smartphone and put an app on it, and the app will interact with the Furby. So things like he was saying with feeding it, it puts the food on the screen, and you kind of swipe towards the Furby, and then the Furby will actually interact and eat. Now, if you were going to get a Furby, is there like a color that you think is better for boys than for girls?
Yes.
What?
The one that's on the screen!
That one?
Mm-hmm.
That one's called Starry Night, is that one, because he's blue and yellow, like the night sky. Dark blue and yellow. So anyway, Furby is a little more expensive, but again, it's one of the hot toys coming for this holiday season. All right, now this is one, you wanted to put this one on. You asked for this one. Fisher-Price Big Boots. Now, what makes Big Boots so neat?
That even if you throw them off a roof of a building, they'll still land on their feet.
Big Boots are kind of like the modern day version of the Weebles. If you remember, the Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Well, that's kind of what the Big Boots are. They have those giant weighted feet. That's okay. Turn back around. Settle down. They have giant weighted feet, and they fall down, and they kind of wobble, and they make their way back up to their feet. They come with like dump trucks and fire trucks and safari trucks and different ways that they interact. And you can see here in this set, you've got kind of like this mechanic guy. You've got some kind of like race car driver guy, and then you've got this dragon dinosaur guy. So they do make them in a bunch of different styles, a bunch of different characters. So if you know they like dinosaurs, you can get them those. If you want to get them like the fireman set or whatever, you can do all that kind of stuff. Because firemen are cool, aren't they? Okay, settle down, settle down. You just like being on camera, don't you? Yeah, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Thanks, buddy. All right. Let's see. One of the next big things. This is the Hot Wheels Wall Riders
Power Tower.
What makes Wall Riders so neat?
That you don't use any of the floor, you use a whole bunch of the wall. And you can even make them. You can even put something that will eat them. Alligator.
Now the Wall Riders come with the 3M command strips. If you've ever seen those that attach to the wall, so you can put up a coat hook or a picture hook somewhere without putting a hole in the wall. Hot Wheels has incorporated that technology into these, so these actually connect to the wall, and the tracks slide down the wall, and you can rearrange them. There are flips, and there are jumps, and there are crash areas, and they have, like he said, monsters. And the Power Tower specifically comes with one piece that fits in the middle that has a rotating piece that pushes the car to the top. So you attach that to the wall, and the cars will move up. Oops, we went back to the Big Boots. The cars will move up to the top, and then they release and go through the track, get to the bottom, and they go back up to the top. So they can set up a track that is constantly moving. The Power Tower also comes with a big poster. So you put the poster on the wall and attach the Power Tower to it, and it looks like you've got this backdrop scene of a Hot Wheels city going to it. Now, they do make smaller sets. They start at about $13, $14, have a couple pieces of track and a couple cars. You can go all the way up. This is like $49.99, I believe, for the Power Tower. So that's one of the bigger sets that you can get. Are you having fun playing with the camera?
It's a Power Tower thing that goes up.
Oh, that's what you're doing? Okay. All right. Now, this is, of course, the big video game this season is the Skylanders.
Skylanders Giants.
Now, Skylanders is a video game. So if they've got a Wii 360, PlayStation 3, 3DS, or a PC, you buy the correct version for that system. But what happens with Skylanders? What makes Skylanders different from the other video games?
There's one thing that you can make them run around and defeat bad guys.
Well, no, but you can do that in any video game. What makes Skylanders different?
That there's different levels, and there's dragons and giants.
Okay, how do you pick which character you're playing?
By buying them, and you set them onto like a little thing that transports them into the game.
Right. So basically, you get a portal. And you buy the toys, and you set the toy on the portal, and then the toy is transported into the video game world, and you're playing with the character of the toy you have. Now, when you buy something like this is the starter pack, so you'll get a bunch of them. And the reason why this is called Giants is because they made some bigger-sized figures to play along. Here, hold on one second. This is a Skylander. Now, this is from the original game, so it's in the blue and green pack. If you buy them for the new game, they come in the orange pack. But this little action figure guy is what you set on the portal, and then that's who you're playing with inside the game. So the kids not only get to collect the characters that they actually play on screen, but then they can also play with these in the real world as well. So after a while, when you're like, all right, you've had a little too much time playing video games, you've been playing for like 3 hours, it's time to cut it off and do something else, use your actual imagination, then they can actually play with the toys in the real world. And they do have different types of play mats, and some different, they've got like a castle carrying case. Yeah.
And a battle arena with a carrier.
So you can play with them outside of the video game, have them use some imagination. And we're all for using imagination here.
Yeah.
All right, did we have anything else? Oh, finally, one thing that, kind of a big thing going on with kids now, this may be a little more expensive than just a random gift for a family member, but if you're a parent looking for like the ultimate gift to give a child, then what we're talking about right now is a tablet. Now, do you know what type of tablet this is?
Nook Color.
Nook Color. This is the Barnes & Noble.
It says that right there, crazy.
Well, I didn't know if you knew.
I can read.
Oh, you can read now. He's getting older. Now you can read.
Yeah, right. I've always been able to read since I was in kindergarten.
All right. Now, if you're going to get a tablet for your kids, there's lots of different choices. They make some like the Meep tablet, which is supposedly designed specifically for children. But to be honest, they're not really that good. Your high-end tablets are going to be like of course, the iPad, but that's a little too pricey. But your high-end Android tablets are going to be the Kindle or the Nook, really. Or you can get, I guess, the Galaxy Nexus from Google. But we're going to say out of those 3 tablets, because Philip, you love playing with tablets. You love, like, what are some of the things that you love so much about playing with tablets?
Do they come with their own little thing that you can tap?
But what do you do on the tablet? Like, what type of games do you play?
Angry Birds, Bad Piggies, Angry Birds Seasons.
So you've got those games that are really kid-friendly. Again, use some imagination, use some problem-solving skills. What else can you do with the tablet, though? Read.
Watch
That's
videos.
a big one. Yeah, you can get Netflix on there. Netflix has a kid-safe version that they can watch on there. But there's also, there are ebooks. Settle down, buddy. Settle down. We're almost done, okay? And then you can go play. But they do have ebooks. They do have comic books. You like to read a bunch of comic books on there. And out of the 3 different ones, the Nook actually has some really good kid-safe controls on it that you don't get on the Nexus, you don't get on the Kindle. One other nice thing about the Nook is that it's pretty easy to do what they call rooting. So you can root it, you can put the Google Play Store on it, you can put the Android App Store on it. So all the stuff you can get on the Kindle, you can get on the Nook. All the stuff you can get on your Nexus, you can get on the Nook. And to be fair, anything you get on the Nook through the Barnes & Noble store, you can get on the other systems too. But the kid-friendly controls on here are actually very nice. Plus, Also, right now, if you can get a refurbished Nook color, they only ring you $99, and $99 is a deal that's hard to beat, especially if you've got 2 kids like we do. You want to get one, a tablet for each of them, so they're not fighting. Whatever, you got something for the long car rides, something you can also put their books on that they can read, and some of their school stuff. Then that way you can get 2 of them, and it's going to cost you roughly the same as getting 1 new Kindle or 1 Galaxy Nexus. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up today. I think someone's ready to go run off and play. Don't forget, you can contact us. You can come to jointheforums.com. We do have a channel on YouTube. We do have our own website, popculturenetwork.com. Make sure you come check it out. You can come to jointheforums.com and talk to all of us. And you can also watch me with a hand in front of my face, because that's what the people pay to see, right? They love hands in faces. So thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll see you next time.
Honk, honk, honk. Bye!
Make a silly face. That's my boy.
Poo-poo.